So you've come to me today, you fool. In search of help, have you now? You would like me to teach you to be as yummy as me? Yo, hold on. I'm sorry, hold on. Don't click off the video. Hold on. I got really good replays and information. Alright? Don't click off the video. You knew it was inevitable, alright? You knew it was inevitable. You knew it was gonna happen. I had to make a yummy joke. You wasn't gonna come in this video and not think I wasn't gonna make a yummy joke. Either way, well, I really do. DC gang, welcome back to the channel. So ignore my rank. This deck actually got me to a Master 3. Look, I'll show you. If the game wants to load, I made it to Master 3 with this deck. If you're wondering how and or why I got all the way back to Diamond 5, is because I tried to learn how to play Triple D, DDD, whatever the heck it's called. And yeah, I got smoked all the way back down here with that deck. That deck is low-key buns. But I'm still gonna play and make the video on it. Hopefully I can climb with it a little bit. Again, I'm still learning it. But either way, that's not what we're here. We're here for the yummy. Now, my deck list might look very different than some of the deck lists that you have seen. I'm gonna break it down. A lot of you saw this deck list during my live streams. If you wanna see the climb, the complete climb of this deck to Master Rank and Master 3, just go check out the last 2 live streams. The first stream, I was learning it. We got clapped up. I don't think we climbed anywhere. And then the last stream, which was the day before yesterday or something, we climbed all the way up to Master 3. And yeah, it was with this deck. Now it's a 40 card deck list. Before I get into all the shenanigans, I just want to say, don't let people fool you. This deck is great. It's an amazing deck. It's honestly one of my favorite decks right now. I'm not gonna lie. This is the funnest deck I've tried since Punk. This is the most fun deck I've played since Punk. And Punk is my favorite deck in the game. Why? Because this deck just has a lot of different unique and really cool plays that you could do. You're always reacting to what your opponent does, and it's just amazing. It feels amazing to play. Now, the second thing is that don't let people fool you. This deck is not as crazy as you may seem. This deck has a lot of holes that you could poke at. You know, it has a lot of weaknesses and things like that a lot of people haven't seen or figured out yet because the deck is still too new, right? But coming from somebody that has played the deck for about, I don't know how many hours now, and I can confidently say that I know how to pilot this deck. This deck is very fragile at times. Yeah, the turn 1 board, as every other turn one deck, it's crazy, right? Yeah, it's a little crazy, yeah, but you could play into it. You could break this board way easily than almost any other deck that are top tier right now. I think Pure Yummy is tier 2 or high tier 3. I don't think it's tier 1. Maybe it is, but it's just in compared to all of the top tier decks, this is not that crazy, believe it or not. But once you mix it with Mitsurugi, throw that out the window. It's probably the best deck in the game. Once you mix this thing with almost any engine, it's probably the best deck in the game. So I wanted to get that out of the way because Pure Yummy to me is actually not that crazy of a deck, but it is pretty crazy when you have a good pilot behind it. So either way, it's a 40 card deck list. We're gonna have 2 Duel and Lockbirds. The reason why we play Duel and Lockbird is it's not because it bothers us all that much. Honestly speaking, you could play on the draw. You'd rather not play on the draw. It's all gonna depend on how or when you start your combo. So you don't necessarily need to play it because of a cross-out target or anything. It's because you could just draw yourself if you get hit with Maxi or whatever. This deck's biggest weaknesses is the biggest weakness of any other deck, of course, except for Draco Tail, which is Fualos and Maxi. You definitely can get clapped under Fualo and Maxi. You summon too much from the extra deck. You summon too much from anywhere. You're just doing a bunch of summoning, right? So if you get hit with Maxi, forget about it. You're probably getting clapped. And if you get with Fua, you could make a minimal board, but giving them maybe 1 draw, 2 if depending on how you want to do that. So that's why we play draw. It's not that crazy of a card for us, but also it's an extender. What do I mean by that? Let's say, for example, you normal or special summon a level 1. Let's say it's not Cubsy. Let's say it's one of these that don't do anything by themselves, right? You link it off, you go into a copy of Snatchy. Snatchy gets negated by infinite impermanence, right? Let's say that happened to you. You couldn't get the fields, but you don't have any more follow-up. Let's say you have a normal summon, right? Normal summon a level 1. Any level 1 plus any link 1. It doesn't even have to be this one specifically. Any other link 1 that you have will get you full combo because you could just go into Cupsy and combo from there. So this is also an extender, which is absolutely nuts. So then we're gonna go into Cupsy Yummy. Cupsy Yummy is absolutely great for the deck. It's the best searcher in terms of it's gonna search your Surprise. Surprise has to be one of the most craziest cards that you could ever play because it facilitates a lot of different things. Whenever you're worried about your field, Surprise makes you unworried if you have it, right? So yeah, Cupsy, summon it. You can search for almost anything you want, right? If this card is normal special summon, you can add one Yummy card from your deck to your hand, any Yummy card, so you could do a whole lot of shenanigans. If you already have the Surprise, you could just search for another body, so you could combo off even longer. This thing can also draw a card during your turn. Once it's special summoned by a synchro monster, it gets the effect of either searching again, or you could draw a card. Then you're gonna have your Cookie. Now again, I know they look similar. I heard a lot of different things about people saying they look similar. This one's pink, bro. This one's yellow, and this one has a cookie coat. It's a cookie. How could you get them mixed up? So the Cookie again doesn't really do anything by itself, but when it's special summoned by a synchro monster, you could pop a card on the field, or you could diminish the attack. Well, you could pop a monster on the field or diminish a monster attack. That's all you need to know about the card. Also, it could special summon itself from the hand if you have a Link 1 or it's a level 2 synchro, right? Then we're gonna have the Lollipop. Lollipop also has two different effects. Once it's summoned, it could bounce a card from the graveyard back into the deck. But if it's summoned by the effect of a synchro monster, then it just banishes that card. All of those things are information that you're going to need to know if you want to play this deck. Because essentially, that's where your disruption comes from, right? Your synchro tools bringing these cards back from the graveyard in order to activate their effects. So again, you have a pop a monster on the field or diminish their attack. You have a banish a card or bounce a card back into the deck from the graveyard, right? Then we're gonna have Marshmallow. Marshmallow doesn't really do anything crazy except recycle anything that you want. If this card is no more special summon, you could add one Yummy Spell Trap from your graveyard to the hand. Or if this card was special summoned by the effect of a synchro, you could place one Yummy Field Spell, one Yummy Continuous Spell from your deck or banishment face up in the field instead. So even if they banish your field spell, you could bring it back. It's honestly a great card, but it's not that crazy unless you have those already in the graveyard banished in order to do anything. A lot of the time you use it in your combo to recycle the Surprise. Most of the time you special summon this, then you link it off or synchro it off or whatever, you activate Surprise, bring it back, and it'll give you back the Surprise. So it's absolutely nuts. Then we're gonna play Maxi. At some point in time I played without Maxi, believe it or not. We did pretty fine. The reason why I was playing without Maxi was because it always get ashed. So then the next day that I played, I decided to add it in there. I was like, let me see if it's a different day. It might not get ashed that often. No, it still get ashed. It will still get ashed, but it wasn't getting ashed as much, so I decided to keep it. So yeah, we played 2 Maxi, 3 Ash Blossom, of course. We're going to play 2 Ghost Bell, because Ghost Bell and Ash are pretty good in this meta right now because of all the graveyard shenanigans. And then, you know, of course, Draco Tail, which I clapped up like 7 times with this deck. So yeah, we're going to play 2 Bells. I'm going to play 1 Nib. Nib is debatable whether it's good or bad. I think it's still good. Again, in any meta that I play, whether Nibiru is good or bad, it doesn't matter to me. I'm going to play 1 Nib. 1 Nib either for the cross out, even though we could play around it, we don't really care about Nibble that much, or just because it's just a good going second card. A lot of the time it might not be, but sometimes it comes in clutch. So that's why we're going to play the Nib. We're also, if you want to play Nib, if you get 2 bodies on the field, let's say you got a Nib, right? You went first, you Nib your opponent. Now you got a body on the field. You could summon any other body. You're going to go into Camellia, and that's full combo from there. So that's also a benefit of that. I am playing Harpy's Feather Duster. Don't worry about it. It's not just because it's prismatic or anything. I'll get to that in a second, but we are playing it. We're going to play 3 copies of Kite Striker Engage. Of course, it's honestly one of the best cards that you could play in this deck because it's an Ash check, right? You're going to check for the Ash if they have it and then negate this. You're cool with it. Most of the time, people will negate this. And yeah, if they don't, then you get to do a full combo. Now, something crazy about the Sky Striker card is that, of course, you're going to play one Hornet Drone. Be careful with this, or starting out with this. This is the worst starter into Max C. It's the worst starter into Max C because now you have to give your opponent a bunch of bodies. Well, more draws than you originally would have to give them. That's 1. And 2, this enables Retaliating C. I have been hit with Retaliating C like 3 times if I can remember correctly, because I started the combo with this. The minute you do this, Retaliating Sea will clap your whole life. You will not, you might as well go home a little bit. You could play under it depending on your hand, but it's gonna be difficult if your opponent is playing a deck that's gonna try and play around their own Retaliating Sea while you have to defend yourself while they're making plays. So that's just a little advice that I'm gonna give you. We are gonna play 1 copy of Triple Tactic Talent because it's Triple Tactic Talent. Now again, I told you I was gonna get to the hard piece is because we're playing 3 Triple Tactic Trust. Now again, if you haven't seen the streams, this deck is built to go first and second. Now, I was saying this during the stream, this is what I believe Yu-Gi-Oh would become or would be once Maxis gets banned, is we're all gonna have to learn how to build decks that are good for going first and second. This has been my dream ever since I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, for us to be forced into building decks that are good for going first and second, and not just relying on the stupid Maxi card for going second. Because we have enough board breakers and everything in the game at this point in time that you don't need Maxi. And I'm gonna show you. I have proof. The replays will show you that. But either way, that's why we're playing 3 Triple Tactic Trust. We're gonna play 1 copy of the Mignon, which is our field spell that's gonna give us the attack boost. This thing is absolutely nuts. It's also gonna special summon one of our level 1s from the graveyard back onto the field. As long as you control a Link 1, remember that if it's not a Link 1, you can't do it. You will not be able to do it. But this thing can make your monsters beefier than freaking piece of pound cake or something. I don't know if that makes sense, but whatever. Here we're gonna get the Croaky. A Croaky is also absolutely nuts. The moment you synchro summon into anything, you could pop a card on the field. It doesn't matter whether it's a monster spell, anything. You pop it. You pop that thing ASA to the P. This thing is absolutely nuts. If one of your level 1 monster gets popped, you could replace it. Basically, it's going to special summon one from the deck. It's absolutely great. So that's why you play 2 copies of 1 copy of that as well. 1 Call by the Grave. You know why. Again, I told you why the Sky Striker Hornet is in here. We're going to play 1 Cross Out, 3 Forbidden Droplets, which... again, it's just absolutely nuts. I think I went over the Dark Ruler no more. Some people say this card is not good because, you know, in a best of 1 or whatever, nobody cares. All right, it's because it's a best of 1 that this thing is good. This is the perfect counter to anything. If your opponent activated something, Triple Tactic Trust, Dark Ruler no more the field, you know who can't do anything against that? This deck. This deck cannot do anything against Dark Ruler no more unless they have a a surprise, and surprise have to be able to special summon another Snatching, because if it special summons anything else, what are you gonna get? You're gonna get to diminish the attack of a monster, bounce a card from the graveyard back into the deck. Nobody cares about none of those, or you can't even draw a card with this one. I think you would just have to search. None of that is gonna prevent your opponent from destroying you. So that's why I'm telling you right now, this thing is absolutely nuts. It put in work. So yeah, 3 Forbidden Droplets, 1 Surprise, and 1 Evenly Match. We also put in work, because guess who doesn't have an out to this? Guess. Draco Tail. Yeah, they could activate everything in response to it. They're gonna draw a few cards by bouncing on their own monster, you know, by negating their own spell if they can, or you know, they're gonna activate the point, whatever the one that banishes from the graveyard is called. They're gonna activate that, but now their board is almost high key broken before they even get to do anything, or you get to start your combo. So that's why we play this. This deck breaks boards, and this great goings first as well. And you're gonna see most of the replays, they're going second. So yeah, we're gonna grab the Cupsy. Cupsy is if you're gonna ash anything, ash that. Don't ash anything else, ash that. You could ash if they normal summon Cupsy. You could ash Cupsy and hope that they don't have anything. You could imperm this, you could Veiler it if it's the only card on the field. You could definitely do that and hope. But hope isn't gonna get you a lot of wins, is it now? Just ash this thing, because this is the bigger extender in the deck. So yeah, this is gonna activate, but as soon as you summon it, it's gonna search for 2 more yummy cards, monsters, which can special summon themselves immediately. That's why you wanna ash that, ASA to the P. Also, it's gonna bounce off again and special summon 2 from the graveyard as a quick effect. All of them do that. You know, Yummy is gonna book a moon the field for 2 monsters. It's gonna bounce off and special summon 2 monsters from the graveyard as well. Lollipop is just gonna summon 2 monsters from the graveyard. They'll be negated, or it'll bounce off the field as well and special summon 2 monsters from the graveyard. We're gonna play 1 copy of the Shaman Samsara. Soroka. This thing is just your combo extender. You're gonna see as I get to the replays. One Herald, of course, which everybody hates because it's a floodgate. I wish this wasn't a floodgate because I would just like the negate. I'm fine with it just being the negate, but unfortunately it is a floodgate as well, but you kind of need it. Then we're gonna play Cupid Pitch. We're gonna play Borolo Savage Dragon. I do play one Baron de la Flor. I don't know if you've seen this in anybody else's deck. I play it because essentially you could, it's something I figured out, right? If you have Borolo Savage Dragon on the field and you have Snatchy and you could, well, you're gonna have Elf. So during your end board, you're gonna have Elf. Elf is gonna special summon a Synchro level 2 tuner, right? And you got Borolo Savage Dragon. You can make Baron the Floor that way by activating Snatchy and using both of those monsters. So essentially, you turn your Borolo Savage Dragon from one Omni Negate to 2 Omni Negates. It's absolutely nuts. Yeah, then we're gonna play one Kaigari. We're gonna play two two Snatchies. I'm sorry. I had to craft that, and luckily I got it prismatic. IP Mascarenita, Sprite Elf, Sky Striker Escamilla, and SP the Littlest Knight. I'm sorry that this is longer of a rant, but I really had to break this down for you and give you all the information that I gathered while playing the deck. So with that being said, I got 12 replays for you. It's gonna be a hefty video, but there's a lot of information, a lot of breaking down that I have to do because this deck is actually, in my opinion, really cool. So with that being said, if you guys enjoy the content, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would really appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Let's get into the replays. All right, familia. Here we are for replay numero uno, number 1 of the day. And I don't remember how many going first replays I have, but I think all of these are going second, just to let you know. Either way, here they're gonna start with the Ketsu. We're playing against Draco de la Tail. They're gonna get the Lucius right to the hand. Normal summon the Lucius. Activate the Lucius effect. They're gonna get themselves a Femina. As you can see, we have no hand trap except for Bell, which I'm not gonna be able to use during this turn, right? Because the only card I could use it on is Artalion, and Artalion is gonna get chain blocked because they go chain link 1 Artalion. Right, get 2 cards back, chain block it with Arugula. Arugula gets chain blocked by Femina, right? Which Femina and Arugula are gonna set a spell or a trap in the back. They're gonna set the horn in the back. Arugula is gonna set a copy of the Sting. This is what I was trying to talk about earlier, Sting. And they're gonna add Femina back to the hand. Add Arugula back to the hand. Orgula, I said Arugula. I'm pretty sure that's like a plant or a lettuce or something. Either way, they're gonna use Lucius and Arugula, which is a dragon and a spellcaster, in order to make their Draco Tail Galumel, and they're gonna set the Rahu in the back, activating activating Orgula in order to recycle the Femina for the second time. They're gonna set another back or end their turn. So we have full combo. They have Femina in the hand, which is a fusion monster. 4 backer, which all 3 of them are Draco Tail traps, and yeah, full board. So here we're gonna join into Forbidden Droplet. We're gonna go Cupsy, Chainlink 1, search for surprise. We're going to link the Cupsy into our link 1. Bring him out here, the Snatchy, snatch him up. 1 time for the 1 time. We're going to activate the Snatchy, set our field spell, special summon our copy of the Lollipop. They're gonna go Chainlink 1, Draco Tail Horn. We're gonna go Chainlink 2, dodge the Draco Tail Horn with the Snatchy. They're gonna go Chainlink 3, Sting the Cupsy in the graveyard. Now, why are they trying to do this? Because essentially, I would like to special summon with my field spell the Cupsy. But essentially, if both of these go to the graveyard, I could always just bring back the Lollipop, so this doesn't matter that much. But it is what it is. As we're gonna Chainlink 4, Bell the Sting. As they're gonna Chainlink 5, activate the Flames to negate our field spell. We're going to Chainlink 6, activate the surprise so I could special summon the Cupsy that you're trying to banish. They're gonna go Chainlink 7, activate Femina. We're swinging for the fences, all right? We're just swinging for the fences. This dude started the minute I summon both of these things. We're going crazy. As they activate Femina, Chainlink 7, I go Chainlink 8, activate Forbidden Droplet. I send both of the spells to the graveyard. Now, why is that smart? 2 different reasons. This thing basically just got negated. What? How? Because it has to target the spell that they're trying to negate. They have to target it in order to negate it and draw. Now he can't negate and draw anything. It's not there anymore. So that's why it's smart. We're gonna move both of those, get them out of here. We're going to negate both of these monsters, which doesn't matter much because they're gonna use them as fusion material, which is gonna be the Galumel and the Fua they had in the hand. to go into another copy of our Talion. Again, Surprise is going to special summon the Cupsy, so that means your Sting also got negated. He can't draw from that. And then, oh no, we negated the Sting anyways with Bell. And then we're going to dodge your Horn. We're out of here. We were never there. I'm actually a Cupsy from the extra deck. Yep, activate the Cupsy. They're going to activate our Talion to bounce back the Cupsy. Activate Galumel to special summon it back onto the field. So I bounce off of the field again. You didn't even return me back. I'm out of here, boy. I'm gone. Which doesn't do anything. You trying to bounce me back didn't do anything. Now I get 2 bodies back onto the field, which is a Snatchy. Bring the Cupsy back out here. And I still get to search for our follow. Well, not follow, but extension. As we're going to get Marshmallow and another copy of Marshmallow. And they're just going to scoop. Why was that a crazy dude? You gotta realize, we played through all of the disruptions before I actually started really playing the game. This is when I was gonna start making my board, doing all the extra shenanigans. I can Book of Moon both of their monsters. They don't have a single trap in the back. They didn't draw anything, so they couldn't draw into hand traps. This was completely, we just walked over this whole deck. Walked over Draco Tail like it was nothing. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia, here we are for replay numero 2, number 2 of the day. And this hand is looking absolutely fantabulous for going second. We got a Dark Root No More, Triple Tactic Trust, and Draw as they're going to activate the Pot of Extravagance. They're going to draw 2 here. Of course, I'm going to throw out the draw immediate to the lead. Immediately, they're going to activate Mitsurugi Ritual. I was surprised to see this happening because this has to be pure Mitsurugi. Only pure Mitsurugi plays Pot of Extravagance. As they're going to go into the Murakumo here, of course, for the hand rip negation, as they're going to activate the Mikoto. Kasanagi, they're going to special summon the Serpent. Get themselves the Mitsurugi Ritual to the hand. Activate the Mitsurugi Ritual again for the second copy of the Murakumo in order to turn it into the Mitama. Right, they're gonna normal summon Retaliating Sea, which is a level 4. Use Retaliating Sea and the Serpent to go into Tornado Dragon. Set it backward and end their turn. So essentially full board. This draw did absolutely nothing because they had everything they needed in the hand. They still have what I'm assuming to be the trap for the negate pop. Special summon break, Raigeki, pop a spell in the back or wherever the heck it is, and then special summon, which is gonna be either one or both of these two right here. So yeah, so here we're going to Dark Ruler No More immediately, negate all of that. At this point in time, all we have to worry about is whether or not this is the trap, because I don't remember if they searched it or not. I'm pretty sure that's not an information that we got. So that's the only thing we gotta really deal about. So here we're going to activate the Marshmallow. It was the trap. The trap is what they had. So we're going to negate and pop the Marshmallow, right? Get that thing out of here. It's done. Which is fine with us. Of course, Murakumo is going to search Habakiri and special summon itself back onto the field. Which I don't think they activated Habakiri at all during that last turn. I'm going to normal summon Lollipop. Since we're not worried about anything. He can't destroy the field or anything anymore. We're going to go Snatchy. The only thing is that once I activate Snatchy, I'm pretty sure he's going to try to negate, which is exactly what happens. And here, I had 2 options, right? It's either I get rid of Surprise or I get rid of Triple Tactic Thrust. I could have kept the Thrust, maybe got Triple Tactic Talent taking over this thing and do a bunch of different plays. But I decided to keep it simple. I have my follow-up. I'm searching for a Field Spell. I don't need this Triple Tactic Thrust. We don't need it, so we're going to get rid of it. So we don't get negated. We're going to set our Field Spell, activate the Field Spell, bring back the Lollipop. He's going to detach to pop our Field Spell, but they're negated, so that doesn't really do anything. Bro, it's just making me activate a Triple Tactic Talent that I don't have, because that's stupid. Don't do that. If your monsters are negated, don't activate them. You're just giving somebody a reason to Triple Tactic Talent you. Either way, no, especially summon the Lollipop. We're going to use the Lollipop and the Yachi to go into a copy of the Cupsy. Cupsy's going to activate. It's going to get Ash. I'm out of here. I'm gone. I'm bouncing off the field. Doesn't matter. It does matter because it basically is stopping our extension. So instead of going +2 here, we just got to bring 2 from the graveyard back onto the field. So we get minus a body by the Ash, minus 3 bodies technically. What do I mean by that? We lose Cupsy as a body on the field, and then we lose the 2 monsters that we would have searched. So Ash Blossom of Cupsy is -3 cards if you bounce off. So yeah, bring both of these back, activate the Lollipop. I'm gonna banish the trap. Why am I banishing the trap? Because Lollipop was summoned by the effect of a Synchro monster. Here we're gonna activate Yomi Surprise, special summon the Marshmallow, activate Marshmallow's effect, bring back the Surprise so we can surprise you twice. Use both of these monsters here, go into Lollipop. Lollipop is gonna special summon the two from the graveyard. They're negated though, unfortunately, right? They're both negated. The only time they wouldn't be negated if you special summon them by the second effect of this bouncing off and being special summoned. So we're gonna use again both of these to synchro summon again. We're gonna get ourselves a Cookie. Cookie is gonna flip two monsters face down, and we're gonna go for Marakumo and Tornado Dragon because this thing's defense is way too fat. We can't attack over that thing. So we're gonna flip both of these like a pancake. So we could attack both of them, which essentially I probably shouldn't have flipped this one, so we could have done damage, but hey, whatever. We're gonna use the Marshmallow and the Lollipop to link summon into a copy of the SP, the Littlest Knight, in order to banish the Mitama, right? Set our surprise in the back, and that's how you clear that board. Here they're gonna draw a card. Of course, they're gonna normal summon the Saji. As Saji activates his effect, we're gonna bounce off of the field. We're gonna special summon the Lollipop and special summon the Yachi. So if I could give you some advice, every single time you summon, you always summon Yachi. Don't ever try and summon two of the level 1s. No, you always summon Yachi. If your opponent is playing Bestials, you might be cooked. This deck is not that crazy. Just play Bestials, play Diddy Crow, get this thing out of the graveyard. If that's all they have, if this is the only copy they have in the graveyard, congrats, you might have just won the game. This deck is not that crazy. I just gave you the out to one of my favorite decks right now. Lollipop, we're gonna banish the Mitsurugi Ritual. We're gonna activate the Snatch in response to that, which we're gonna switch field spells, bring out the one that pops a card. We're gonna again banish that. They're gonna activate the prayers because they need that. I'm gonna activate the Yachi in response to their prayers. And we're gonna use both of these monsters to go into the Cupsy, as they're gonna search themselves a copy of the Wows, and they're gonna special summon the Marakumo. Now we knew that they were gonna special summon Marakumo. That's something that we knew, right? Which it is what it is. So here they're gonna activate Marakumo, right? I'm gonna activate the field spell to pop Marakumo, and then I'm gonna activate Cupsy in response to the Marakumo, right? Now notice how I activated Cupsy. Why did I activate Cupsy? I did this on purpose because I knew they would try to negate, which would definitely fully negate us. But I wasn't worried about that. Because here, you would expect me to bounce off the field, and I'm not. You're gonna see why. We get negated. We pop. We lose the board. That's Gucci. Does not matter. We special summon another Cupsy. Dude, where did this come from? Our cards got popped. Our cards get popped. This is gonna special summon a Yomi monster from the deck. So we're gonna special summon Cupsy, get our Yomi, because Yomi is gonna get a surprise back later, or the other field spell. As we're gonna activate the surprise, bring back the Cupsy, and we're gonna get Kaiju. I completely forgot that he had the Kaiju at this point in time. You could go watch this live, like I said. I completely forgot that he searched this. I was being impatient because I should have definitely waited. Because by me waiting, he probably would have to get rid of this instead of get rid of the Cupsy. Why did I special summon the Cupsy back instead of summoning like a Yachi or something like that? Because we never activated the second effect of Cupsy, which means if they activate something, I would have activated Cupsy, special summon Yachi, and another level 1 body on the graveyard, which could have been any one of these two, right? But that play is dead. I'm basically just waiting now. I don't have any more follow-up at this point in time. They're gonna search the mirror. Mirror's gonna get them Habakiri back onto the field. As they're gonna trigger their fake Kaiju, Habakiri is gonna clean up the Cupsy. Main phase 2, they don't have any more plays, and you might as well scoop. I have a Yummy with special summon Yummy. I have the Marshmallow, special summon the Marshmallow, get surprise back to the hand, surprise, special summon whatever the heck I want, and we go full combo from there. It's GG's. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia, here we are for replay numero 3, number 3 of the day. And again, this hand is looking fantabulous. You're always having a great day when you open up a starter, a hand trap, 2 board breakers, and protection. This hand is absolutely beautiful. They're gonna activate Rahu. We're gonna Ash Blossom that immediate to the lead. Get that thing on my face. Get that thing out of here. Yep, get negated, end phase. Don't worry, this duel is 4 turns long. So here we're gonna join to Marshmallow, the Yummy. We're gonna special summon it. They're gonna hit us with the Fua. Unfortunately, we don't play Fua because Fua is trash. In my opinion, the card is garbage. It never does anything for me, so I don't play it. Yep, we're gonna activate Triple Tactic Talent. We're gonna take a look at the hand. Now, this was absolutely dummy stupid. The first thing I should have done here was link off into Yachi. Got in the field spell, special summon, went Cupsy, and I should have made different plays here because essentially, I should have just made the Yachi first. Make the Yachi, let them draw 1, get the field spell, leave 3, I think we end up with 2 level 1s and Yachi on the field by doing so. Because now by me looking at the hand, I won't know what the heck they're gonna draw once I link off now. So I should have definitely waited, but we didn't. So they're gonna have Nibiru, Droll and Lockbird, and Flames. So we're just gonna bounce back the Flame because Nibiru and Droll we don't really care about, right? We just gotta remember that they have it. And here we're gonna link off into a Yachi. See how he draws a card? That's why I should have waited until I summon. We're gonna set the field spell, activate the field spell, special summon the Marshmallow back, special summon the Cupsy. We got a little attack boost. Slap 1, slap twice. Technically, we could have went nuts and just, when Cupsy, if you're wondering why I didn't go for Lito, is because he has Nib. So in order for me to go for Lito, we would have got hit with the Nib. If I would have bounced back the Nib, I could have went for lethal damage. But either way, main phase 2, we're going to set our back row and our turn because I was confident in the fact that we would win with just this. So they're going to, of course, they just drew into the freaking Blazing Cartesia. So I activate Snatchy immediately. Now, something that somebody told me in the live chat during the time is that we could have just threatened battle phase. The reason why this duel even went this long as it's gonna go, as you're gonna see, is because I was too worried about what else they could have drawn. Because we know 2 cards, we already know what they are. 2 cards, we don't know what they are. But that's why this is dangerous right now. As they're gonna activate Blazing Cartesia in response to this, we're gonna activate Forbidden Droplet, send Marshall to the graveyard to negate the Blazing Cartesia. Right, negate that thing, get it out of here. We're gonna use both of these monsters so we could go into Cupsy, which this is special summon number 1 under Nib. Activate Cupsy, we're gonna draw 2 cards. If he wants to draw right here, right now, we do not care. We're gonna send the Lollipop to the graveyard. He decided not to draw. We go into the end phase. And honestly speaking, instead of going into Cupsy there, I should have went for Cookie. Why should I have went for Cookie? Because Cookie would have flipped this thing face down. Yeah, I wouldn't have been able to search, but flipping this thing face down and leaving this on the field would have got me full combo because I could have special summoned at level 1, turn this thing into Yachi, and then, done the combo from there. So that technically is a misplay, but it is what it is. As we summon the Cupsy, get ourselves a copy of the surprise, activate the surprise, special summon the Marshall. Marshall's going to activate, bring the surprise back. He's going to Blazing Cartesia. We're going to activate the Cupsy here. So Cupsy is going to bring back 2 monsters from the graveyard, which is going to be always a Yachi, follow up plus another level 1, which is going to be the Cookie. And here we specifically went for Cookie over anything else because, of course, bro drew into his last 2 draws were Malulu and Blazing Cartesia. So he's going to go into Artalion, right? Which it is what it is. We're going to recycle the surprise, as I said. This is going to pop a monster on the field, which is going to be Artalion. Malulu is going to activate. He's going to recycle Malulu and the Droll and Lockbird. I don't know why he's recycling Droll and Lockbird. Look at my field. What the heck you need a Droll and Lockbird for? But hey, don't mind me. I'm just an idiot. I'm just an idiot. I mean, it's either that or Fua. That's actually smart. Either way, he's going to negate our Cookie here, so we can't pop Artalion. That's not a problem. We're going to activate our field spell, special summon the Lollipop. He's going to hit us with the Nib, but we always knew you had it. We had the cross out for it the whole time. Stop that right there. His last resource was the Nib. The reason why I was waiting so long is because in my head, he was going to use Blazing Cartesia plus a light monster to go into Grangonos or something like that. I don't know if they play it in this deck, but I was trying to play around that. It's either we force out the nib or he fusion summons with the nib. But now that he fusion summoned into Italian, we knew for a fact his last play was nib, which we had a crossout designated for. So we knew we were going to win the game as soon as he activated that Blazing Cartesia as we go for lethal damage. Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a game of information. Triple Tax Italian makes it so that you always have an advantage. Because, well, not always, but you have a little slight of an advantage because we knew what 2 cards were. We saw them, so we could play around them. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay numero 4, I think. 5, you know, I'm always gonna forget by number 3. So again, we're going second. We have a Maxi. We have a start. This hand is absolutely fantabulous. Maxi, a starter, 2 starters, talents and thrust. Come on now. They're gonna summon the Lollipop. We're gonna throw out the maximum of C's. They're gonna call by the grave the maximum of C's. We don't get to draw anything. We just went -1. That's why I was playing without it. Everybody has an answer for my Maxis. My Maxis rarely ever go through, which is ironically because in one of these replays it did go through. Anyways, Lollipop going to Yachi. I'll speed this up for you a little bit, right? Yachi Field Spell. They're gonna special summon the Cookie. Field Spell gonna special summon the Lollipop. Use both of these synchro summon into Cupsy. Cupsy's gonna search for 2 monsters. There goes the Cupsy. There goes the Marshmallow. They're gonna get rid of their own Maxi. I don't know why, but special summon Cupsy. Get themselves the surprise, right? Activate the Marshmallow. Summon it. Use the Marshmallow and the Cupsy to go into the Shaman, right? The Samsara. Use both of these, go into a level 4 synchro, which is gonna be Hero of the Arc Light. They're gonna activate the surprise here. Surprise with another Marshmallow. Marshmallow gonna bring back the surprise, double the surprise, of course. And here they're gonna link off into another Yachi. No, Link Karibo. It doesn't always have to be the Yachi. Honestly, this is actually kind of smart because essentially you're making the best you can out of your resources, right? By going Link Karibo and not using another Yachi, you're ensuring that you have a Yachi in the extra deck for more plays. But yep, use both of these because it's any Link 1. Any Link 1, you can make any one of these level 2 synchros as it's gonna go into the Lollipop, activate the Lollipop, bring back the Cupsy, bring back the Yummy. Use again, level 1, level 2, synchro, never mind, they're just gonna make a Sprite Elf. I thought they were gonna synchro summon again. The Shaman gonna activate, recycle the Lollipop, bring this thing back. They get to make another Link 2 or another never mind. I was gonna say another level 4 synchro, but no, they're gonna turn both of these into Moon. This is the Fiendmate version of Yummy, right? Moon is gonna link off into Requiem. You know how this goes. Activate the Kyum, get him out of here. You know how this goes. Fiendmate Engraver. Activate the Requiem, attach it to that thing. Get both of these out of here. Go Neko Crypt Princess, activate Engraver, return the Moon back, summon back Engraver. Use both of these. Get yourself an untargetable Caesar. Yep, activate the Elf, bring back the Synchro 2, set your back row and your turn. Beautiful board. I'm not gonna lie, beautiful board. Bro did everything correctly. This is absolutely nuts. Cause negate 2 special summons. Surprise gonna facilitate whatever they want. This thing bounce off the field. Special summon 2 monsters from the graveyard. Which right now they have a draw 1 or pop a monster on the field or banish a card from my graveyard. And both of these are protected. So here we're gonna join to an Ash. I activate the Immobilize Engage. They're going to activate the Cup in response to that to special summon from the graveyard. There's nothing I could do about that. Bell could have put in work. Bell would have cooked that immediately. So they special summon the Yachi, the Lollipop, right? We're going to get ourselves the Hornet drawn to the hand, of course. They're going to activate their Yachi to recycle the field spell. Well, not recycle, but change. So now that we force you to activate a monster effect, Triple Tactic Thrust is live. So here we search for the evenly match. Now, as I think I saw this replay again. No, I don't think. I knew I saw these replays again before I started the video. Dark Ruler No More might have been better. Dark Ruler No More might have been better because Dark Ruler No More negates Herald. And honestly speaking, I think that would have been my best play. Honestly, because at that point in time, Surprise is dead. Even if Surprise could bring any one of these, after you Dark Ruler No More this board, Yachi cannot activate to Synchro Summon. So I should have definitely grabbed the Dark Ruler, but we went for evenly match, go battle phase. I guess we can get rid of the Herald. But I'm glad we did it this way because it shows you there's multiple ways of playing around this thing. And there's no maxi in sight. No maxi, right? We're going to activate the triple tactic talent. I'm going to take control of a monster. We're going to take control over the hacking Caesar. Why? Because this thing wants to special summon. This thing wants to special summon. That is all you could do. Even this thing wants to special summon from the graveyard. 3 of these cards are threatened by his own card right now. As we're going to special summon the cookie, they're going to activate the surprise here to bounce all of these back. Now, I was not expecting him to do this, though. This is not what I expected him to do, as he's going to bounce all of these back, and I'm going to tell you why this is a problem, right? You bounce all of these back. This thing is basically, doesn't matter. But why was that a problem? My field is open. You saw me search for Hornet, which means I can Hornet, Kaigari, Link 2 level 1, full combo. Full combo, we just got rid of the whole entire board. Use this thing, link off into Kaigari. Kaigari won't recycle that, and you just got a scoop. We just walked over this whole board like it was nothing. We never started even to do our combo. We never started doing our combo before we decimated your board. That's why I don't play Infinite Impermanence. I cut it out. No purge. Hand traps are not that good right now. Play a little bit of good hand traps, which is the essentials. Maxi, Ash Blossom, Ghost Bell. Everything else, board breakers. And your engine. Let's continue. Oh. So you saw me destroy Dragon Tail, huh? You want to see me do it again? I got you. I got you. Here they're going to normal summon the Lucius. Get themselves a Femina. Right, we're gonna Duel and Lobber, which doesn't matter much, but I'm still gonna do it. Why not? Honestly speaking, yeah. I mean, when else would you add? That was probably a stupid draw. I just went -1 for no reason. I might as well should have just thrown the Maxi, but against Draco Tail, it's better to Maxi them during your own turn, because the most they're gonna give you is 2 cards anyways, most of the time. As they're gonna use this thing, go into Artalion. Artalion is going to activate, of course, recycle Femina, recycle the Malulu. Malulu is going to activate. Femina should also, Lucius should also activate. They're going to set spells or traps in the back. No, there goes Rahu. There goes the Flame. Add back the Femina. Let's see what else they do. Oh, and the Malulu. They're going to use both of these monsters. Going to put up plan Anaconda Verte. Rahu activate. I just learned something new. Make Verte, then activate Rahu. Wait till I play Draco Tail again. That's actually freaking smart. That's so smart. Yup. Got it. Downloaded. Anyways, Galumel. Onto the field. Activate Femina, Arugula. I'm going to keep calling it Arugula. Arugula going to set. They're going to set the Ketu and a Horn. And Arugula is going to recycle the Femina. Or Arugula, whatever. And Predaplan Verte going to activate, pay 2 racks to make Mirror Jade. Set another back row, end their turn. So essentially, full Draco branded board. This is absolutely no for back row. Pop a card on the field, banish a card into essentially follow up, right? We're joined to evenly match. Battle phase, evenly match. They're going to activate Draco Tail Horn, recycle Galumel. Activate Sting. It is absolutely hilarious how, because they put this thing in defense, they couldn't bounce this thing back. That is absolutely nuts. Anyways, Horn on their own Galumel, Sting to get rid of the Duel and Lockbird. They're gonna activate a Mirror Jade to send Rimbrum to the graveyard to banish themselves, if I'm not mistaken. Yup. And this is actually smart. Banish the thing from the graveyard, recycle the Rahu, add a card. Again, bring back the card, draw another card, main phase 2. Their board is gone. They could probably have a Femina, so I'm going to normal summon Lollipop. And this is why that was really smart, because you get Rimbrum, special summon Fallen of Alvas. I'm going to activate Maxi. Bring it out here. My opponent is a bot. My opponent is Loki a bot. He had to scoop. Why was that crazy? If you're wondering why he didn't activate Fallen of Albas and scoop, I'll show you why. All right, so this is my opponent's deck, right? This is why. He doesn't have anything to go into Mirror J with. This thing says Fallen of Hours plus a light spellcaster. My monster on the field is a light monster, but he's not a spellcaster. You already sent Rimbrum, so that's not in the grave. That's not in your extra deck. This thing won dark monster for Fallen of Hours. My monster on the field was not a dark monster. Mirror Jade won Fallen of Hours plus a Fusion Link, whatever. He already used Mirror Jade. There is literally no other target for him. Even this thing, Light or Dark Dragon. Fallen of Hours is a dragon. My Lollipop is not a dragon. He had no target to fusion summon with. And we have full combo. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for replay number something. I told you, I'm sorry that I don't have going first. I think one of these is a going first replay, but who cares when we're clapping people going second? That just shows you. That just shows you. No, one of these replays is for us going first. You're going to see. We're going to activate the engage here, immediate to the lead, get the Hornet drones to the hand. We're going to activate the Hornet. They're going to follow that up with Dominus Impulse. Nothing we could do about Dominus Impulse. It actually is really good because it doesn't even trigger a triple protected tile. I'm going to have to normal summon the Cupsy, activate the Cupsy. Songs of the Dominator is going to negate our Cupsy here. Start time from the Kingdom. Stop that right there. Luckily, we don't get popped though, but they're going to search for another pulse. As we're going to link off into a Yachi. Essentially, yeah, never mind. I couldn't special summon this. We have to go into Yachi, activate the Yachi. We're going to get hit with Infinite Impermanence. And the only reason why we could continue playing the game is because, fortunately, I have a follow-up. Special summon the Lollipop. He's going to Deep Barrier. I can't Synchro Summon. Slap him for 600. Slap him for the other 600. Main phase 2, end phase. I can't do nothing under that. But we have plays. All we need is both of these monsters. He's going to set a back row. We're going to activate the Yachi. You idiot! Why would you activate a Yachi when you know he has Impulse? Exactly. One, because I'm an idiot. And two, because I'm also a genius. I did this on purpose. I did not think he wanted to do this. But, hey, it's either you do it or you don't. Because if I do this, now I don't have to worry about this during my turn. It's still their turn. So by me doing this and this being negated and popped, I don't care. Because I'm going to turn this one into Yachi and make my plays during my turn. And if you don't stop it, I go Cupsy and get two monsters to the hand. So I forced him to do this. It was part of the plan. As we're going to get negated, I'm like, okay, congrats. You did great, buddy. You did great. We do not care. As we're going to join to our field spot, he's going to activate Welcome. We had a Ghost Bell anyways. Congrats. We'll catch you on the next one. We'll see you later, brother. and even if that thing would have went through, what are they going to do? Special summon a lady, add the lady back? What are you supposed to do with that? It's not going to help. They don't have enough resources. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia, here we are for replay number 9. We got a Nib, a starter, an extender, and Maxi. What a great time. Here there goes Hornet Draw. I'm telling you, the worst one into Maxi. But luckily for my opponent, oh, never mind. It went through. Oh, wow. It might just be my birthday. Right? They're going to draw one. Oh, never mind. They go to draw the Lockbird. Okay, my fault, gangster. My fault. I didn't know what hood I was on. My bad. Either way, they're going to link off full combo, essentially. Not full combo, but they get to combo off. Recycle the Hornet. We could speed this up because Hornet going to activate again. Bring this thing out. Both of those. Cookie. Why is he going to a Cookie? That's actually, I mean, okay, let me see. Cookie into Yachi. Yachi, set the field. Oh, you had to follow my fault. Marshmallow. I was going to say there's nothing for him to do. But Marshmallow, he goes Lollipop. Now he has two monsters in the graveyard. Bring back the Cookie. Bring back the Yachi. That to me was like super weird. I don't know why you would want to do this, but A, it's because of this reason here. He's going to turn both of these monsters, link up into Elf. And then Elf is going to bring back the Cookie. Actually, pretty good combo on the draw, but not on the max, not on the Nib. So we're going to throw the Nib. We waited. He's going to activate the Cookie in response. He could also activate the Lollipop, but it doesn't make any sense to do so. Special summon the Yachi. Doesn't even matter. Get him out. Get them both out of here. Nobody cares about any of that. You just get a bigger token. They're going to turn that token into a Linka Spider. Now, if you're wondering why I don't play a Linker Spider, I don't need a Linker Spider. I'm good enough to play without it, that's why. Anyways, Field Spell, I didn't even realize. Special summons another level 1. Both of these monsters, guess what? Make an SP Little White. Honestly debatable. Super debatable because with both of these, he could have just Synchro Summon again and just use that Synchro Summon. But I understand why he did this. He has a surprise. As long as you have a surprise, you have good gameplay. Because essentially, surprise special summon Lollipop. Lollipop gonna get you to do your plays because Lollipop is gonna special summon the Yachi and the Marshall. So it makes sense. SP Little Knight, banish the nib so he doesn't have to worry about it. End phase is our turn. So here we join the Triple Doctor talent. I'm gonna normal summon a Cubsy, activate the Cubsy. He's going to activate SP Little Knight in response to that. That is absolutely fine because just the way your surprise helps you, my surprise helps me. As we're gonna grab that, we're gonna activate the talents. I'm gonna go for a draw 2. Of course, he's playing Dominus Purge. I'm gonna activate the surprise. I'm going to activate the surprise. That's why I don't play hand traps. Anyway, special summon the cookie from the hand. We're gonna turn this into full combo and our opponent's scoop. they have to scoop. I thought that was a surprise in the back, but I remember once we draw in Lockbird, he never searched for surprise. I low-key forgot about that. I thought that was surprise for a second, but yeah, they never had the surprise to begin with. So as soon as we just got rid of SP Little Knight in that one back row, we literally got lethal damage. It's an auto kill from there. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, here we are for replay. I don't even know. But we're finally going first with a 1-card starter. As we're going to summon Lollipop, we're going to link that off into a Yachi. We could cook this up quickly. Yachi Field Spell special summon level 1. Use both of these, Synchro Summon into Cubsy. Cubsy get 2 monsters. No, we got hit with Ash. Telling you, this is the best Ash point. I'm going to bounce off of the field, but we already went -3. We already went -3. We're having a horrible time. Special summon Yachi. Special summon Lollipop back. Again, that thing is negated. We're going to use Lollipop to basically banish the Ash Blossom. Why not? And then we're going to use both of these monsters here to get ourselves a copy of Lolly de la Pop. Lollipop going to activate, bring back 2 monsters from the graveyard, right? Bring them out. We're going to use both of these monsters so we could Synchro Summon once again into a copy of Cubsy. We're going to use both of these monsters here. We're just going to go Sprite Elf. And also, don't do this. Don't sit back row before you're done doing your combo. I'm a hypocrite because I told people to not do that and I'm doing it here. What an idiot. Don't do that. Don't be sitting back row until you're done with your combo. Either way, Sprite Elf. You know what it was? I probably thought about staying with both of the Synchros on the field and then I changed my mind because I do that all the time. Activate Elf, bring back the Cubsy, and earn our turn. You see how much one Ash hindered us? We could have definitely done different things here as well, but yeah, we're good. They're going to normal summon the Lollipop. I'm going to special summon the other Synchro 2. As they're going to link this off into an Mirage, which we don't play either. We don't need it. They're going to get a Cubsy. Activate the Cubsy. I'm going to Ash. Because even though I just told you, right? Save your Ash for the other Cubsy, the one from the extra deck. But if you could stop them from getting surprised, that's also a big W for you. So we're going to stop them from getting the surprise. And also we have the out to their Cubsy, right? Because they're going to use both of these monsters. Go into a Cubsy because he wants to extend, right? Bring the Cubsy out here. Activate the Cubsy. I'm going to Forbidden Droplet. Send one of my level 2s. Because as long as I have one of these level 2s, we could make plays like it's nobody's business. And this thing cannot jump off the field because this thing says, because I sent a monster to the graveyard, you cannot activate a monster effect. Therefore, we killed 2 birds with 1 stone. We basically negated both effects. Stop that. Now he could use that thing to link off into another Yachi. Right? Bring it out here. But Yachi... Oh, you never search for the field spell. Never mind. Activate to search for the field spell. We're going to bounce up with our Cubsy. Right? Bring back the Yachi. Bring back the Lollipop. They're going to set the field spell. I'm going to activate Yachi. Activate Lollipop. I'm going to banish their Cubsy from the graveyard. Get that thing out of here. Which is horrible for them. As we're going to switch the field spells. And I'm going to immediately Synchro Summon. Why immediately? For the simple fact that I need their field spell pop. I'm gonna go into a cookie. Now look at this. I went into a cookie. What an idiot! This guy sucks! Why would you go into a cookie when you can't book him on the field? Shut up, Timmy. I'm trying to show you why. We're gonna activate our field spell, pop their field spell. He can't summon anything. Of course, he already has surprise. I activate the cookie now to special summon a Yachi and another level 1, whatever the heck it is, right? Which is gonna be a lollipop once again. They're gonna special summon the Cubsy from the graveyard, right? I'm gonna activate Yachi. And you wanna take a guess at what I'm going into? I'm going back into my cookies. I need the diabetes. This is, activate the cookie, flip that thing face down. You don't have to activate your Synchro Monsters effect. As long as you keep bouncing, you choose when you activate their effects. You control the deck, bro. Be smart about it. Now that I could Book of Moon, I Book of Moon. It was still stupid though, because clearly I should have known he was gonna Yachi, but that's fine. It just is what it is. I was trying to make a smart play. It wasn't as smart as I thought. But if it wasn't against this deck that could do this, this would have been a great play. They're gonna activate Lollipop, bring back the Cubsy for the 17th time, and then, why would you not bring back the Yachi? I know they're negated, but okay, never mind. Whatever. Again, they're negated. He's gonna use the Cubsy, make his own Yachi. No, my opponent is smart. My opponent is smart. I'm just a dumbass. You didn't bring back the Yachi because you could make a Yachi that's not negated. Because the one that you would have summoned would have been negated. I understand you, brother. Field Spell gonna recycle their banished card back into the deck. This deck is absolutely nuts. I didn't even know you could do that. I didn't even know you could do that. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Sprite Elf. Activate the Elf. Bring back a level 2 Synchro. Put it in attack position. And then he's gonna link off into another copy of Yachi. So essentially, my opponent played pretty well. Certain little things he did were kind of whatever, but he played pretty well. So the reason why this board is really good and bad, I'm gonna explain to you, right? So essentially, he wants to activate Lollipop. Lollipop special summon both of these. It doesn't even matter if they're negated, which they won't be. You can synchro summon and do all your plays during my turn. The only problem is that I'm playing the same deck as you. And I'm a little bit smart, chat. I'm telling you, I'm a little bit smart sometimes. Look at this. End phase. It's our turn. Main standby phase. Battle phase. What? Yes, this deck, I told you, don't let people fool you. This deck is not as crazy as it seems. This thing can only activate if you activate something. This thing, there's no level 1 on the field. Guess what? It cannot activate. This thing can only activate during the main phase. I mean the battle phase. All 3 of these are basically negated. My monsters are bigger than you. Slap them. Slap her. This thing, there's no way of them summoning a level 1. It's useless. Activate the field spell. Recycle my cards. Link this thing off into my own copy of Yachi so we can recycle the field spell because I need an attack boost. Bring it out here. Honestly, don't do that. If you're in main phase 2, if you're not going for lethal damage, don't do that. Unless, again, I don't have another level 1. Unless you're planning on bringing back the level 1, which is going to be Lollipop. Activate Lollipop. Banish their, send one of the Yachis back and he's going to scoop. He has to scoop. I go Lollipop, I search 2 other monsters. We do the whole combo, the whole board. It's absolutely ridiculous. He thought he was smart because he's made the board, but I'm like, if I don't activate anything, Lollipop is dead. Yachi, there's no level 1. He can't do anything. Sprite Elf, main phase. So what do? Go battle phase. This deck is not that crazy, I'm telling you. You just got to be smart about how you approach it and you play against it. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia, back to going second city. I think there's another replay where we went first. Actually, that replay is absolutely nuts. I almost got washed after I went first. Either way, Lucius, search for a Arugula. I was just bullying Dracotel, chat. Femina sent it to the graveyard. Maxi, I don't think we did much of anything. Even if they have something to stop it, they probably won't. It's just, you're basically changing the Maxi for whatever card you're going to join into. It's just an exchange against this deck. As they're going to go Artalion, we draw 1, which is going to be engaged, which is amazing. They're going to activate the Fruxel, activate the Lucius. I don't know what else they activated in Chain Link 1. I forgot. And the Lucius going to send the Horn. Fruxel going to set a Sting. And the third one was who? Oh, no, it's just you recycling the Fruxel. Okay. Recycle the Flixo, set another back row, which could be the flame, right? And here we join to Bell. Now this hand is absolute disgustingness. We can negate 2 of your traps. I got the best starter that we could have gotten into, or just an Ash bait, and I got Droplet. This hand is nasty. Activate Engage. He decided not to flame it. We're gonna get the horns. We're gonna activate the horns here. Get ourselves a little token. Use the token. Link it off into the Kaigari. Now he thought he was being smart because he essentially never negated any one of those spells. I don't know if he has the flame yet or not. I forgot. I'm not too sure, but I think he does. He just wanted to horn this and then flame whatever other spell they had, right? Because I'm gonna activate, bring back the horn, activate the horn. I mean, the horn, my fault. The Hornet. They sound the same. But we activate the Hornet. He activates the horn in order to bounce back Kaigari into the deck. So what did I do? I said, okay, bell that. Just bell that immediately. Let's not even question it. And there it is. It was the flame. He's going to negate my Hornet. Now, honestly speaking, I could let this happen. I could, or I could Ash it. It's one of the two. No, I draw play it. What? Yes. By keeping the Ash, I'm basically holding down. I can't draw play the Sting. We know he has the Sting because he searched it, I think, right? So I decided to keep the Ash, dodge the flame, which is basically negating it, and now I have the third answer for your third back row shenanigans. You just gotta be smart. You just gotta be smart about your plays. We negate that thing, which doesn't matter, but that's not the point. We were trying to dodge your stupidity. Now you don't get to draw 2 cards, and then he activates the Sting. I have feet. Dance all over him, Ash. Dance all over him. He activates Femina. It's not over yet. He activates Femina. Use Fruxo and the Argula. Right, they're gonna go into another Arthalion here. Again, the thing got body. Never drew a single card for those straps. Activate Arthalion. Bounce back both of these cards. Activate the Fruxo. Activate Argula. Now, I just want you to know something. You see how we did all of that? Have you seen a Yummy card yet? Have you seen a Yummy card besides the one in my hand? I haven't even normal summoned. I haven't normal summoned, bro. Bring back the Ketu. Well, not bring back, but said the Ketu, said the Rahu. Bro thinks he has another turn. Yep, normal summon a Cubsy. Congrats. You did great, buddy. You did great. That was a great thing you did there. Walked all over them, bro. I've been walking all over Draco Tail. That's all I've been doing lately. Walking all over the tail. That's my thing now. So with that being said, let's continue. Yes, sir. Here we are for, I think I have 2 more replays. One of them is really quick, though. It's just to make you laugh. But the other replay after this, I lost, but it was absolutely nuts. Either way, we're going to start with the Marshmallow Summon. We're going to go into the Yachi. I can speed this up for you, right? Yachi Field Spell. No, we're going to get hit with Infinite Impermanence. Now, this is why you play the Camellia. Now, mind you, I wasn't playing this during the stream. I made this change after stream because I got into a position. This kept happening to me where I went Yachi and I had like hand traps or whatever. And I'm like, bro, I can't make any plays. My plays have been fixed though. My plays have been fixed. Because they get a Yachi, right? Normal summon a hand trap. Use both of these and you're going to link off into Camellia. You really should play the Camellia. It doesn't come up all that often, but when it does, it'll save your life. As we're gonna set the Hornet, we could have sent Engage, right? We're gonna go Kaigari. We could have sent Engage. Why did I not send Engage? Because Engage would have got clapped by Ash. If I recycle Engage, activate Engage, and get Ash, I have nothing. At least this doesn't get Ash. I got my full combo. Yep. Recycle the Hornet, right? Activate the Hornet. Get my little token. Use both of these. Get them out. Make myself a Cubsy. Cubsy gonna activate. Search me for another Cubsy Yummy and a Cookie. We're gonna send the Duster. Summon the Cubsy. Get the surprise. Special summon the Cookie. Turn the Cookie into a Yachi. Yachi gonna activate. Going to little pop, Lollipop. Special summon 2 monsters. Lollipop and a level 1, level 3. Samsara the Sorrow Cat. Samsara the Sorrow Cat plus another level 1. Hero of the Arc Light. Activate Samsara, recycle the Lollipop, special summon it, activate Surprise, special summon the Marshmallow, bring back the Surprise. use Marshmallow and your Cup Seed to go into the Sprite de la Elf. Right? Activate Elf, bring back the Cup Seed, set to back or end our turn. So essentially, why do you like Samsara on the field? It's gonna make you make Cupid Pitch. That's basically it. That's why. As I go draw phase, whatever. This dude was absolutely nuts. He special summons the Sylvie. I activate the Droplet. I'm gonna send one of my level 2s to the graveyard to negate and bring back the level 2 that I sent with Sprite Elf. This deck is nuts sometimes, I ain't gonna lie. Bring it back. You can negate it. Stop that right there, because usually that ends games. I was hoping he would, but he does have the Avastar, special summon it, activate the Avastar's effect. I'm gonna activate Cupsy. Cupsy is gonna bring back a Yachty, little Yachty. I'm gonna start calling you Snatchy, Yachty, either way. Set back the Sinful Spoils in the back, the White Forest, whatever. I'm gonna activate the cookie to pop this. I'm guessing that's why they didn't go for Deception. Honestly speaking, I think here I should have just went for Cubsy. I don't know. I just feel like it's a little early to pop the Avastar, but either way, that's fine. We're gonna activate the Snatchy. We're gonna set our popping field spell, right? Pop that thing. Activate Samsara here, the Sorrow Cat. Using itself in a level 1, we're gonna go into the Cupid Pitch. Alright, bring Cupid Pitch out here, activate its effect, increase his level. They're gonna activate El Seti of the White Forest, sending the spoils to the graveyard. I'm gonna follow that up by activating the Yomi Surprise so that I could special summon a Marshmallow, right? Why did I special summon a Marshmallow? You're gonna see why, right? As they're gonna get themselves a copy of the White Witch. Here they're going to activate the spell to recycle it. I'm going to add back the surprise from the graveyard, follow that up with the Yachty, the Snatchy. Now I got that in my head. The Snatchy, we're gonna use Cupid Pitch and this thing to go into Burrow Load Savage Double D Dragon. Right? Put it under the Elf for protection, recycle the surprise. Set that thing in the back, activate Cupid Pitch, activate Burrow Load, and attach the Camellia, any one of the Link monsters in the graveyard, right? Which is gonna be the Camellia. Cupid Pitch gonna burn and search for a follow-up. Now, mind you, I'm a bot. This, as smart as it looks, as crazy and cool as it looks, is stupid. I basically gave up like 3 or 4 more disruptions for one Omni Negate. Just because I was clip farming, I was trying to show you what the deck does. At this point in time, I just wanted to show people what the deck does. I'm like in Master 3, what do I care? But this was not the play, because I could have done that play at any point in time. I didn't have to do that now. I could have flipped Book of Moon the field one time, added 2 cards to the hand, got rid of a card. I could have done so many different things before I needed to make this Borolo Savage Dragon. But either way, they're going to activate the White Witch of the Forest, the field spell, getting El Seti Asemina to the hand. They're going to activate El Seti Asemina, special summon Alstar. Get rid of the spell in the back. I'm going to negate that thing. Unfortunately, Borolo doesn't pop, so he still has the body out here. They're going to activate the field spell, other effect, and it to a tuner, and they're going to use both of these. I wasn't expecting this play. I thought they were going to be done. They're going to Poplar of the White Forest, right? Trying to put 2 monsters in the back. I'm going to activate Hero of the Arclight, because I don't know what the heck they're going to do with that. I just don't know what the heck they're going to do with that. Negate it and pop it. He's going to activate the White Witch, get rid of the field spell. I'm going to throw out the maximum of C's. I couldn't throw it out because Hero was on the field. Honestly, I feel like a bot, because I felt like I was never going to need it. But again, because I'm trying to clip farm over here by making plays that should be cool to you for me to show you, I made the mistake of being an idiot. As they're gonna special summon the Sylvia back. Bro was nice though. Congrats to him. He's actually top tier. He's a top tier White Forest player. Bro is really good, but I'm also a bot. Either way, special summon her. They're gonna send the trap to the graveyard, activate the curse, get themselves the Fila. Honestly, chat, I thought I was gonna get smoked. He's gonna get the Avastar Vengeance over here, activate the Vengeance, special summon the Vengeance, right? Activate the Fila for the attack boost. Pop the Elf. Pop us in the face with that thing. Then he's gonna pop Borolo Savage Dragon, special summon a card from the extra deck. But unfortunately, because you popped the monster, this thing says I can special summon a body, Camellia says I can send this into the graveyard and give you my Camellia. Right? Get that thing out of here. Give you the Camellia. I should have gotten rid of the White Witch. That would have been the better play, but whatever. Put a Lollipop on the field. Banish their spell. I will send back their spell to the hand. Yep, he's going to use Camellia to slap over that. Slam it for the 3,000. Main phase to end phase. And I get Camellia back onto the field. We're going to join to an Ash. Draw play just cleans everything here. We don't even need the Camellia for anything. Just negate both of those monsters. Look at our hand. Honestly, I did not deserve that win. I played like a bot. But I promise you, I was just clip farming. I was trying to show you that you could make Borderlo Savage Dragon and all the extra stupidity during your own turn, just in case you haven't seen it. But it's not the right play. Because we could have done that play at any point in time. Just leave Cupid Pitch on the field. Keep making the plays, because you could always, with the synchro tools, you leave Yachi on the field, you could keep bringing them back. And at any point in time, you could just activate Yachi in any level 1 to make the burrow load. So that was wasteful. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, familia, here we are for almost the last replay. Again, the last one is just for fun and giggles that I'm going to show you. It was my rank up game, as a matter of fact. So either way, it's a mirror match. They're gonna special summon the Marshmallow Yummy. They're gonna go into the Snatchy, right? Activate the Snatchy, set the field spell, special summon the level 1, go Cubsy. Cubsy gonna add 2 cards, which is gonna be the Cubsy Yummy and the Cookie. Send the Marshmallow to the graveyard. We're gonna draw in Lockbird. He's gonna cover the grave, the Drawing Lockbird. I'm going to bell that. He's gonna activate to bounce off and special summon the Lollipop and the Yachi. Snatchy. Either way, they're gonna banish the bell. They already had the follow-up. Go Lollipop. Special summon Yachi in the level 1. Use both of these. Go into the Sorrow Cat. Sorrow Cat plus a level 1. Hero of the Arc Light. Bring back the level 1. Turn one of the level 1s into another Snatchy. And end phase. Right, so here we're going to Harpy Feather Duster. Now look at, honestly, I played this like a G. I played this in the most beautiful way I could have played ever. So here we're going to activate Evenly Match in the battle phase, forcing out the hero, right? Get that thing out of here. Now notice how we have this Harpy Feather Duster. You probably think that is the most useless Harpy Feather Duster. Not if you're patient. Watch it. Watch it. Again, that gets negated. Hero of the Arc Light. I'm like, oh my god. How about Kiri? Yeah, I might be cooked. I can't end the game, but I'm going to have to make a board, right? So here we go, main phase 2. I summon the Lollipop. I'm going to try and get rid of their what am I going for here? The Cookie, so they don't pop a monster. He's going to activate the Yachi in response to that. The Snatchy. Oh my god. Either way, use both of these, the other Snatchy and the other level 1, to go into a copy of Cupsy, right? Send back the Cookie. He's probably going to add it now. Add the Cupsy. The Lollipop. Okay. They're going to send the Lollipop to the graveyard. I'm going to link off into my own Snatchy. Right, we're going to activate the Snatchy. He's going to activate the Cupsy. Bounce off the field. I promise you, I'm better than this player. And that's not to toot my own horn, but I said the field spell, they're going to activate the Lollipop to banish my Lollipop. I go cross out Designator, right? I'm like, yes, let's do it. He activates the Lollipop, bounce off the field. Bring back the Yachty, the Snatchy. God damn. Negate that thing. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I need this. I don't have any more follow-up. If this field spell cannot special summon a level 1 from the graveyard, I can't play the game. We can't now with this hand. So we need this. Negate. They're gonna activate the Cupsy, activate the Snatchy in response to that, activate the other Snatchy. I don't know why. I mean, he could synchro summon twice here with both of these. That makes sense. Okay, synchro summon once. Go into Lollipop. Recycle the field spell. Never mind. Lollipop activates. Special summon Marshmallow and the Lollipop. And this is where this Harpy Feather Duster comes in clutch. You know how crazy that is? Because now, essentially, he wants to synchro summon and pop my field spell before I could special summon from the graveyard. But because he waited too long, this Harpy Feather Duster goes absolutely nuts. Stop it. Get some help. Unfortunately for me, karma is real. And as I'm going to special summon, he has a Maxi. Without this Maxi, this duel would have been legendary. And I mean legendary. As we still have to, I decided to take the Maxi challenge. They're gonna go Yachi. I mean, we're in main phase 2. There's no way I could lethal, but I'm not gonna win. He has to have a Kiri in the hand. He has to have a Kiri in the hand. So I went to plan B. As he goes into the cookie for no reason, we're gonna special summon here. Well, that's the reason he wants to flip this. Now I'm gonna Yachi, bounce off the field to basically dodge the cookie. Now he's gonna cookie, bring back 2 monsters on the field. Bro is a bot. Bro is a bot. I'm clearly the better. I'm yummier than him. All right. I'm yummier than him, chat. Either way, both of these are gone. They're gonna go Cubsy. I'm sorry if me calling you chat bothers you, my people, whatever. Ash Blossom on the Cubsy. I can't add cards. I gotta bounce off. I have to bounce off. You are chat. Never mind. Special summon Snatchy and bring back the Lollipop. They're gonna draw from that again. We're negated. We're gonna use both of these monsters. Look at me piloting this deck. Let me put on my sleeve. It's getting hot. Lollipop onto the field. Activate the Lollipop. Bring back 2 monsters. Use both of these monsters and link off into the Camellia. Right, going to Camellia. Hold on now. I was cooking for real. Camellia still engaged. Link off into Kaigari. Oh, because he already ashed. Kaigari bring it onto the field. Activate Kaigari. Add back the engage. A perch would have ended my whole career. Use both of these. Link off into Elf. Oh my god, I'm smart. Hold on. Hold on a minute. Now activate the engage. Bring it back. Hornet. Give me a token. Activate Elf now. Special summon a Lollipop. Lollipop. Turn it into a Yachi. A Snatchy. It's Yachty. That set is over. He's a rapper. Use both of these. See how many cards he's drawing? Go into a Cookie. Cookie flip 2 monsters face down. He's gonna activate his own Snatchy. I'm gonna activate the Cookie in response to that. Bring back 2 monsters. Golly. I'm sorry. I'm shipping it up. I'm going nuts. Look at all the cards in their hands. I was really trying to deck him out. 15 cards to go. 15 cards to go. He goes into his own Cubsy here. Again, we flip those. We're going to use both of these monsters. And we're going to go into a copy of Cubsy once again. And we're going to end our turn. How many cards did we leave it with? 14 cards. Now, if you're wondering why I did all of this, knowing that I was on the Maxi and couldn't end the game, I was going, since he's playing Mitsurugi, I was thinking, he has too many cards in the hand. He has to think really hard about this. And I can also play the game right now. I can play the game. There's nothing stopping me from playing the game. He has 13 cards. Activate Ritual. I'm going to activate Cubsy. I'm an absolute beast. As he activates his own Cubsy, I activate Sprite Elf. Bring back Lollipop from the graveyard. Bring it. Bring it. Put it in attack position. This deck is absolutely doodle water and crazy at the same time. If it's not for if it's not for the Mitsurugi engine, he can't out my board because of my field spell. He has to be able to pop this field spell before he could out this board. That's the crazy part about this mirror match right now. As he special summons, he doesn't have any space to do Mitsurugi shenanigans. I go Yachi, go Lollipop. They're going to activate their Marshmallow. I'm going to activate my Lollipop, banish the Mitsurugi Ritual from the graveyard. He's going to activate Crossout Designator. And honestly, I think I should have read what the heck bro called. Oh, never mind. I did this in response to him. I didn't know what he called. So yeah, I thought he was going to negate this, so I decided to bounce up with Yachi. Very impulsive of me, but I really thought he was going to, I did it to him. Why wouldn't he do it to me? So we're going to go into Cookie here. 42 racks of attack. 4,600 of attack. They're going to recycle their field spell, so now we're in trouble. As I'm going to activate the Cookie, flip both of these face down. He's going to set the field spell. Now he's also going to get an attack boost, right? So I'm going to activate Lollipop. Bring back the Yachty, the Snatchy, the Snatchy Yachty, right? Bring back another level 1, which is going to be Lollipop. I'm going to activate Yachty. And now I set my field spell because I'm going to Synchro Summon and pop their field spell, which is going to put us in the same position. He's going to activate his own Snatchy. And I'm playing with him while he has 20,000 cards in his hands, bro. My plan was to time him out. That was my plan here. He's gonna go Cookie. We're going to go probably Lollipop or Cupsy, honestly. Yeah, we go Lollipop in defense now because I timed out. I timed out. Yeah, I timed out. I was trying to time him out, but I timed out. I'm sorry. But I was playing like an absolute beast. You gotta realize to stay here and play against somebody that has like 20 cards in their hands, full field, and I'm defending myself with 2-3 cards on the field, bro. That's absolutely nuts. So with that being said, let's continue. All right, here we are for the last replay of the day. This is gonna be a super long video. I'm sorry, it's just I'm very passionate about this deck. I think it's really cool. I like it a lot. I like the way it plays. I think it's amazing. I don't think it's as busted as as people make it out to be. It's only busted when you're mixing it with other stupidity that makes it busted, like Mr. Rugi. You can't play against that deck. But this deck, I take the mirror match all day, every day. Even if I'm not playing the mirror, I'm playing against this deck. You could beat it. Either way, Sky Striker, nobody cares about any of this. Beat it up. They're gonna get the Ace summon. The Ray into the Zero into Immobilize. Mobilize gonna get themselves a Widow Anchor. Set the Widow Anchor and 3, but who really cares? We have an evenly match. We have an evenly match. We go Battle Phase evenly. This is my rank up game into Master. Banish everything. I'm gonna activate the Engage. Activate the Hornet. If you're wondering why I didn't engage, then Droplet. This thing is a quick effect. So if I Droplet, send Engage, they're gonna bounce over the field, get 2 bodies. They can't pop a card, but they have 2 bodies, which I don't want them to have. That's why I didn't do that. I'd rather do Droplet now, send a body, right? Negate it because they can't respawn if I send a body, right? Activate the Hornet. Get my Link 1, right? Go Kargari. Speed this up. Kargari. Get myself the Hornet. Hornet. Activate. Nos vemos. Have a good night, my brother. You take care now. That evenly match completely decimated him. Me and chat were laughing during the live stream. It was hilarious. Let's continue. All right, familia. So that is the deck. This is the video. Again, I'm sorry that it was so long, but I wanted to really tell you everything that I've learned from the deck, show you so many crazy replays that should allow you to learn from them. I had a lot of fun. I'm probably going to play this deck a lot. Not specific. I'm probably going to mix it. I probably will play the Mr. Rugi version, but just to showcase it, because I have different decks that I'm going to play with this, and it's going to be amazing. This is absolutely so much fun. So yeah, I also don't play a lot of hand traps anymore. I mean, I have a good amount of them, but I think we're up to the state in the game where hand traps are becoming less impactful. Play hand traps and board breakers. If your opponent has an answer for your hand traps, they might not have an answer for your board breakers. If they have an answer for your board breakers, they might not have an answer for your hand traps. Play them both. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoy the content. If you did, leave a like, share, comment, and subscribe because I would really appreciate it. Enough with the yapping. Continue having a great day, morning, afternoon, wherever you're at. And I'm going to catch you guys next time. Peace.